G'day, Sumo here. How you going? Well, this is the hashtag Rubbishwood 21 challenge, and this is hosted by Mark Dainer. So good on you, Mark, for doing that. It's a pretty grouse challenge. So I saved this pallet. It's Baltic pine, and by the looks of it, I've had it out in the weather for a while. So let's put it to work. The basic prerequisite of this challenge was to make something out of any junk or rubbish wood you had. So be a pallet or be just something you picked up from the tip or even the side of the road. I commenced by cutting these certain panels down the size and then began the milling process. And I tell you what, the reveal was always pleasant. There's been quite a succession of challenge videos going on, and it's fantastic. A few of us here in Australia trying to coordinate that, that we can get different makers to host a challenge, and even some of the makers from overseas have been participants in putting their hand up. So this is awesome, and let's keep that going because it's a great way to unite the community. To make up an octagonal shape, set the miter saw up to 60-degree cuts, and I find, well, I had to look up on Google how to do that, the angle, but it worked. At least I think it worked. We'll see as we go, eh? Time for a bit of a French lesson. Bonjour. Here is a chamfeur. Oui, oui. It's terrible, isn't it? I find that sometimes doing most of your preparation, milling, sanding is a good way to get things ready for when you, especially once you're at this stage doing a glue up. You know, it can become awkward once the particular item you made is glued up into a shape. So yeah, doing a little bit of prep work always goes a long way. For those of you who know me, probably know I'm not a keen advocate for this type bond. I've got about another 600 gallons of it. Mark Dainer. Glad to send some up your way, but this is this yellow stuff dries yellow. That's probably the most frustrating thing. So the old blue tape method is an exceptionally fantastic way to do glue ups like this, and given that the shape of this is it can become a little bit awkward, but I didn't at any time swear when I was doing it, so I think it worked out pretty good. Pretty good, yes, not bad. I did have this leftover panel plywood, and I thought, well, I'm going to make the backing out of this because it's probably the only material I had left to be able to make a backing. So yeah, I traced it out and then roughly cut it, and then I went overlaid it and sort of cleaned it up on the router table with a flush trim bit. You're probably watching this and thinking when lightning strikes, but to be fair, lightning never strikes in the same place twice, eh? I'm not sure who thinks that this type of thing when I'm doing here is therapeutic, sanding. I certainly don't, but cutting up a bit of a panel here. This is the centre divider that's going to go into my wall hanger that's going to be mounted up on the wall inside our home to be able to just be a decorative display for all sorts of things. So it's good fun to be making stuff. Happy wife, happy life. Now guys, this is a brand new Craig 720 pocket hole jig. If you subscribe to Carbotech channel, I did a review for it, and if you want to go over and have a look, it's a fantastic. I think it's probably one of my favourite pocket hole jigs I've used. And I don't say that lightly because I've used most of them. Some Osmo Poly-X hard wax oil. This is something I purchased from I'm on a second YouTube channel called Measure Twice, Cut Once, and I purchased this from one of our partners there, Hamaroo. It's fantastic and goes a long way, so check that out. Just attaching the backing now. That's I'm using just some cord, which is generic for picture hangers, and putting that down with a couple of pan head screws so it holds nice and firm. And we're just about at the end of this video, so thank you very much for watching, and thank you Mark Dainer for hosting this awesome challenge. Well done every other entrant into the challenge. It's been great. I've seen a lot of the videos, so until next time guys, I'm going to sign off by saying hooroo.